So it's me, your little boy, K. Samson. So I have something to say today. You know, it is very, very funny to hear that after the left of our amazing word prophet TB Joshua, the world are still judging him, accusing him. And I heard that, I have watched it several times and I wanted not to, say any word because the truth is that even when Christ left this world, after all the persecution and all everything, they still end up, accusing the 12 disciples, pursuing them, betraying them, looking missed in which they can find fault against them also. So, many people are saying, what will BBC News get in spreading rumors, in cooperating with people saying that this thing happened, he do this, he do that. But nevertheless, many of us just forget about the goodness of this man. Let's just be real, bro. This man have touched life. And one particular thing I am pointing today is that many of these people don't want his wife to get the property he have already invested around the world. This is something that majority of people don't want, and this is why they are faking all these things. Yes, let's just be. This is something that many of us are saying. We don't want to say the truth. This man have helped people, billions of people around the world, the global. Yes. The last video I made about him was when he left this world. He went to the world, to the Father. So I made a video about his doing, his handwork, people he helped, how he helped most of people in Lagos, in Nigeria, in different parts of the world. But today, nobody, BB News have never shoot video about him, about his caring towards others, about his supportive, all those stuff. And I was just wondering, how come is it that someone is doing all this kind of thing that people are naming, saying, and they forget about the fact that accusation about woman can be forgiven, but accusation about the Holy Spirit can never be forgiven, according to the book of Matthew and Mark, saying that, yes, if you accuse a man of God, it can be pardoned when you ask for forgiveness. You can be forgiven. God will forgive you. But accusation against the Holy Spirit, giving credit to Satan, is a blasphemy. That is why many of us need to be careful. I can remember the dream I have about this man. I'm sure before he died, I had a very amazing dream where he was walking, and as I'm just walking like this, I was walking with him. Only God will do what? We know what I saw. So when I went to his backyard, he was following me. He was in the front, and I was like in, circle like this with him, line with him. So the next thing, I start to see engine generating. What does that mean is that when people will come through him, even when he is no longer alive, people will raise up against him. People like the apostles he trained, the prophet, the disciples they have. So after that, I heard that something happened. After, is it like 1 year, be 2 years? That will be 1 year when I had these dreams. But most of people today now are judging him, saying all kinds of things about him. Let's allow the bygone be bygone. Some people said he do this, he do that. I'm not trying to clarify or judge or nothing, but we have to understand what we are putting ourselves to. We have to understand the danger in what majority of us are doing. We have to understand that there is always a consequences to everything you do on earth. You may do it today. Maybe you think there is no consequences now, or you may do it today because you feel like, let me just do it. But in a due season, whatsoever you plant, you will reap it. That is why we should be careful. That is why we should be what? We should be careful and be mindful. The things we say, the things we talk, the way we act, the way we behave. Because trust me, it may be good today, it may suit you because maybe the benefit, you know, if Judas Iscariot was able to understand the consequences he will go through by betraying Christ in the first place, he will have not risked the life. He will have not risked himself because of money. Because I understand the word today, you know, with what I have myself have gone through, I have got to understand that someone can give someone 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 100,000, 1 million. They think that is the end of everything, not knowing that you collect money to betray one another, to do evil, to do all kinds of things. A time will come whereby the consequences that will come back to you, that money won't be able to solve it. That money won't be able to do it, to solve the pain. You know what I'm saying? So that is why many of us need to be careful the way we are shooting all this stuff. Because what I point out is not that the man is evil, the man is good. But have we, I'm not saying the man is good or the man is evil. That does not concern me. That is not our own problem. Because while he was alive, many of these people that are saying this, they have their phone in their hands. They have their telephone. Why can't you record it? Why can't you record the voice of the man in abusing you? Why can't you record the voice of the man in taking advantage of you? Why can't you just record it, even if it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Let's just be what? Let's just be twistic within ourselves. Let's just be realistic. Let's just be conveniently within ourselves. You live with him. You do all sorts of stuff with him. You just take a little bit. If you can record it. You know what I'm saying? But what I figure out is that this man have built empire around the world, and they are seeking means in which they can seize his own property. People don't understand this. This man is automatically blessed by God. He's not a beggar, bro. Do you know who they call Prophet TB Joshua? It's a God. Some people don't understand the meaning of that name. When I had this dream, I was so how will I say it? I was so filled with how will I say it? I was so whelmed when I heard about the dreams. So many things are going to come out. Many things people are going to say all kinds of things. But the main truth is that they want to seize his own empires. The things he has built in other countries. That is why sometimes I do used to tell people, my friends, if God bless you today, don't think of only building in other countries, other Western world. Make your you're doing within the Africas. I tell this within myself. If God bless me to the point I become so worthy to become like my mentor, I will not move to other countries or go to other continents or go to other Western world. All my property will be like that of Dangote. It will rest in Africa, bro. Because trust me, there are some certain things that when people understand that you are too wealthy, they can bribe them. They can give them money. Yes, trust me, this man is so wealthy. I can recall when he built school, when they were advertising the school he built, is it not in Palestinian, be Philippines? He built school, hospitals, supporting them. That is cool. But why is all this rumor not coming? Why? Because they want to see some of his property. Let's just be real. Very soon we are going to see it. Trust me, we are going to see government. We are going to see people coming out, seizing all those things, because they know that if the disciples don't help the woman, she can't be able to get all those stuff, because the man is no longer there. So that is just what I am pointing out. Not that I'm judging, not that I'm concluding, but many of us need to be careful, because when you are fighting whom God have anointed, you are also fighting God. I see a lot of people saying he do this. Why can't you say it? Yes, why can't you just have a record? And And all these people who are saying it now, they don't have evidence. Many of them don't have evidence. All that they are showing is he do this, he do this. Why can't you record one thing about all those? Why can't you record it? Does that mean all of you are not smart, intelligent, brilliant? And many of these people are graduates. So that is why we should do what? We should be careful how we blaspheme people, because you may eat now, you may feel good now, but have you come to think within yourself in 30 years or after your own generation? That is why I do used to tell people, majority of our of this generation, majority of things that we are going through today are caused by our parents. Yes, trust me, it may sound bad, but that is why we should be careful, because not all things that you hear, you should put your mouth. Because by your mouth, we are what we are saved. By our mouth, we are what we are condemned. So that is why we should be careful the way we do it. We blaspheme people. Because all I'm not saying this or that, or trying to conclude, or trying to lay anything, but all I'm pointing at is that many of his properties, they were tried by all means to seize them. Yes, this is just the fat truth. I'm not talking about the ones in Africa, no, in Nigeria, no, but I'm talking about the ones in other world countries, this Western world. And we Africans, we are too easily to be used. Yes, I can recall what one of my friends, when I was homeless, the woman that caused me to be done and take advantage of me and use me anyhow. When I went to police to go and do, when the lawyer reached there, he called some of my friends who were there, who know everything. Because of the money that they give them, they denied. So what are we saying? This is the world we are today. We Africans are we can deny our own mother, our own father. So that is why we should be careful. Because it's not about you doing this or doing that. Life is sweet. But have you come to think about the thickness of what you will cause to your own generation? It's not about you living. Some people said, after I'm gone, I don't care what happened. Yes, that is good. That is good. But a good Samaritan will always be remembered for his good word, his good deed. While the bad Samaritan will always be remembered for his bad deed. I can remember those days that my dad used to tell me that there was a man that was so wicked that anytime they are playing ball, the moment the son walk in, they will carry their ball and walk away. All of them, all the children will just walk away and leave the son there. Why? Because they know that what they believe is that as long as the father is so wicked and is dead, the son will still have that habit and that character. And that nobody is ready to mingle or associate with his son. So we have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? We have to be careful, bro. Because it's not about you coming out and blaspheming. But shall only God understand. You understand me? Only God knows it. But the truth is that whatsoever a man sow, the same they shall reap. You got it. May God bless you and do it and remain blessed.